This is In the Dirt with ASOTU.
All right, I'm here with Regina and Kelly. It is so good to spend some time with you today. We're in the middle of NAMAD.
Yeah.
How's your time here been so far?
So far, it's been amazing. I've loved it. Just left the Wokan luncheon. It was amazing. It's one of a lifetime type of thing to be in a room full of people who look like me, who sound like me, who have a passion for this industry like me. And just to see the levels and the experience that everybody has gotten to is just phenomenal. And I'm happy even just being a fly on the wall.
That's amazing. How about you so far? What's been the highlight?
Well, the highlight was Wokan, Winneman Automotive, but the highlight was this morning when I got to see Duran Cage of Cage Automotive.
That's a highlight for sure.
Glenn Lundy.
Highlight.
Sean Bradley. I mean, that was my highlight. Why? It's because they left me with nuggets that I can take home, but nuggets I can take home to automotive and work in my own personal world, but also in the automotive business.
All right, give us one. Give us one thing from this morning that you're like, hey, that's stuck in my brain, and I'm going to take that home. I know you probably had notes and stuff.
Well, you know what? Changing the brand. You can't always go to work the same way. You got to be able to change it. You go one day, you might go in a suit. Next day, you might got to go relax. But are you that same person?
That's right. Because the brand is actually the intent and the person.
The brand is you. Whatever you do, that's your brand.
Lean into
it. Like Kelly sells cars. She's a brand, but she also is a person, right?
All right, let's talk about your brand. Then we're going to get back and talk about your brand. So you're the queen of car loans.
Yes.
Why?
Well, I'm Regina, the queen of car loans, because I walk people through the process. 60 or 70% of my customers have Boost credit. And
which means
that there is a lot of people out there that have challenge credit, and it doesn't matter how much you make. You can be making $20,000 all the way up to $200,000.
Doesn't matter, right? Life happens.
Right, so life happens. But it's to know that you can still buy a car. You can still lease a car. But what do you need to do to get into that car? And people just want that special attention. I'm like their therapist, right?
Right, because I bet people don't come to you and think like everything's just fine and peachy. They come to you with already carrying a backpack full of baggage.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
There's some like sadness involved. There's obviously something unfortunate happened to get them in that position. So they're coming to you in that sense. So what is it that you do, would you say, that you, as you walk people through, what's that special sauce?
To let them know you don't always have to be in that situation. Just how you start, it's not how you finish. Just because you're driving that car, maybe that you don't want, right? But what is it going to take for you to get out that car in 2 or 3 years? So I walk them through that process. I give them tips. I give them advice on what they need to do. It's just not like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
You serve them.
Yeah, I serve them. I'm there for you.
So let's move to Kelly.
Kelly?
You have a lot of people buying cars, and you spend a lot of time educating people.
Yes.
Why do you spend so much time educating? Why don't you spend more time just
selling
closing
cars?
deals?
Because the education component. Unfortunately, black and brown people are disproportionately affected by predatory lending, but it's not 100% the lender's fault, right? It's 100% the fact that we know better, but we don't do better.
Well, predatory practices usually happen when there's a lack of education.
Right.
One person has all the knowledge, one person doesn't, and therefore it just literally sets itself up to be an advantage-taking situation.
They need a gap bridger, and that's me.
That's
how I see myself, as a gap bridger.
What are the things that you talk about most?
Financing and leasing.
No, but what within financing and leasing, what do you think are like the first few building blocks that the subprime borrowers just need to hear?
Yeah.
Like, what are those things that you find that are common themes?
So, number one is the research. They don't know what car they even qualify for. They don't know what car they like or need for their family. So you would set off on
the process, and you might be going down the wrong path from the start.
Right.
And not only is that not going to help you get what you need, but it's also going to bring a lot of frustration, a lot of stress into the situation.
Absolutely.
So what are the first steps in the finding
needs assessment? But you have to do a personal needs assessment. The same way we have a kitchen table budget.
Yep.
You have to have a kitchen table needs assessment.
Well, so what are the components of that?
First, what is the purpose of your vehicle? Is it just for family use? Is it for business use? Is it you have 3 kids? Do you have 1 kid? Do you need the minivan, or can you get the 4-door sedan? Do you have one on the way? Exactly. Did you try and see if the car seat will fit in the car?
I had that happen. And a hint, it doesn't fit backwards in a Volkswagen Jetta.
Or sometimes
a friend told me.
Does the stroller fit in the trunk or in the hatch area? Did you try it out?
Right.
So it's those type of things first. Before you ever get to anything money, you have to look at the vehicle itself. You have to look at your family situation, at your personal situation. Let's look at your credit profile. Did you go to myannualcreditreport.com? Did you pull your own profile? Did you highlight the things that are maybe a little bruised that now needs to, be tweaked a little bit?
What's the biggest surprise that people usually find when they pull their credit?
That they have things on their credit
they didn't know about.
They did not know about.
Well, why didn't they know about it? Why didn't they know about it? Because they didn't check.
Exactly.
They don't go to it once a year, or they don't have a credit monitoring for
system.
They don't
Or
they don't have that in place.
Credit Karma
right?
is a credit reporting
and
bureau
Credit Karma is not, because Credit Karma just got sued, right? No, I think the FTC actually got with them. Well, they slapped them with a big lawsuit, right? For some money.
Over $3
million?
$3 million.
$3 million?
Yeah.
Why? It's because the world now believes that Credit Karma is the best thing since sliced bread, and it's not.
What is the best thing? Oh, I gotta say into this. What is the best? What is the best place? We'll give a last tip. So
if it were me, I would go to myfico.com.
myfico.com. We'll link it up.
And so the reason that I would do that is because, especially if you're looking for a car, it pulls your FICO 2, 4, 5, and 8 scores, which most dealers use when financing or leasing, right, when they submit to lenders. And so if you know what your auto FICO 2, 4, 5, and 8 scores are for TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, and what your profile looks like for each of those bureaus, you have the leg up.
Well, Regina, Kelly, we're really thankful for the work that you do. Really, I think it's an under-discussed topic. And
Absolutely.
So thanks for sharing some of your wisdom with the ASOTU community, and thanks for being supporters.
Thank you.
You guys are the bomb.com.
They are. And you know what? We love them.
We absolutely love ASOTU.
And we have a band forming.
Yes.
Yep, and the band forming. Keep it on the down low. All right, see y'all later.
Thanks for watching this episode of In the Dirt with ASOTU. If you're new to our channel, make sure and mash that like and subscribe button. Also, check out some of these links for our other great podcasts and content.